Defiler. The Defiler is one of the most iconic demon engines created by the Dark Mechanicum after the Horus Heresy. It was designed as a direct response to the failure of the traitor legions to breach Imperial defenses using conventional weapons. To solve the problem, they fused a heavily armored war machine with the feral strength of a bound demon. The Defiler moves on 6 massive legs, giving it surprising speed and stability on the battlefield. Its main weapon is a powerful battle cannon mounted on its chest, supported by twin-linked heavy flamers, Reaper autocannons, and deadly claws for close combat. Driven by a demon's hatred, Defilers don't just act like siege engines, they hunt and tear through their prey with a terrifying hunger. The fusion of demon and machine makes them unpredictable but brutally effective, capable of fighting even after taking damage that would cripple any conventional vehicle. Though originally intended to serve Chaos Undivided, Defilers have been adapted by warbands across the galaxy. Some have even mutated over time to better reflect the favor of individual gods, but their core design remains a weapon of chaos as a whole. Soul Grinder. Soul Grinders are demons who have bargained with the Forge of Souls, a dark factory hidden deep within the warp. When a demon needs a new body after being destroyed, it can offer itself to the Forge's masters in exchange for a new body of metal and flesh. But the price is steep. In return, the demon must swear 3 binding oaths. The first oath promises that all souls harvested by the Soul Grinder's weapons will fuel the Forge, repaying any debt for their reconstructed body. The second oath demands that the wreckage of destroyed machines be offered as raw materials. The third and most binding oath swears that if the Forge is ever attacked, even by a Chaos God, the Soul Grinder will abandon all other loyalties and fight to defend it. In form, Soul Grinders combine a spider-like lower body with a heavily armored torso. Their main weapons include a massive iron claw for crushing enemies, a harvester cannon for ranged attacks, and a variety of additional warp-forged weapons. Every part of their existence is driven by the need to claim more souls, feed the Forge, and survive another cycle of war. Though many serve specific Chaos gods, a large number remain tied only to Chaos Undivided, loyal first and foremost to the Forge that remade them. Death Wheel. The Death Wheel is a rare and brutal demon engine deployed by the forces of Chaos, including during the 13th Black Crusade. It moves by spinning a massive bladed wheel, turning its own movement into a weapon of destruction. A bound demon powers its motion and hunger, driving it into enemy lines with reckless speed. On top of its crushing mass, the Death Wheel mounts twin-linked autocannons, allowing it to blast targets as it tears through the battlefield. Its unpredictable nature and sheer violence make it stand out even among other demon engines. Though rarely seen when a death wheel rolls into war, it leaves nothing but ruin in its path. If you're enjoying the content, consider subscribing to the channel to make sure you won't miss any of the upcoming videos. Thank you for that, and now let's get back to where we left off. Forgefiend. The Forgefiend is a demon engine created by the Dark Mechanicum to fill a very specific role, ranged fire support. While most demon engines are built for rampaging melee combat, the Forgefiend was designed to annihilate enemies from a distance. It mounts either 2 Hades autocannons capable of shredding infantry and light vehicles with a storm of high-velocity shells, or 2 ectoplasma cannons, short-ranged plasma weapons that fire unstable warp-charged energy. Its demonic essence allows it to push these weapons far beyond the limits of normal machines, though often at the cost of stability. It's often deployed alongside its melee counterpart, the Maulerfiend, giving Chaos forces a balanced mix of ranged and close combat power. Though not tied to any specific Chaos god, Forgefiends are widely used by the warbands of Chaos, serving as heavy support on the battlefield while roaring with the fury of the demon trapped inside. Maulerfiend. The Maulerfiend is a demon engine built for one thing, getting into melee and tearing through enemy lines. It's the close combat counterpart to the Forgefiend, sharing a similar chassis but optimized for raw, violent speed and short-range destruction. Its main weapons are a pair of powerful magma cutters or lasher tendrils used to rip apart tanks, walkers, and fortified positions. Some Maulerfiends have even been seen leaping over barricades and scaling walls, driven by an unstoppable urge to reach the enemy. What sets the Maulerfiend apart is how little restraint its design shows. Unlike more versatile demon engines, it sacrifices ranged firepower and stability in exchange for speed and fury. Once it's unleashed, it doesn't stop until it's destroyed. Deployed by Chaos Undivided warbands, the Maulerfiend is often used as the spearhead of an assault, arriving alongside Defilers and Forgefiends to break enemy lines from all sides. Heldrake. Heldrakes are demon engines designed for aerial warfare used by Chaos legions and various warbands across the galaxy. Each one was originally a regular aircraft which was eventually corrupted by the warp and fused with a demon to become a flying monstrosity. Their bodies take on a dragonoid form, metallic wings, claws, and a twisted fusion of machine and demon flesh. They are armed with either a Bale Flamer, which unleashes short-range warp fire that can melt through armor, or a Hades autocannon for sustained mid-range shooting. Their wings are edged with blades, allowing them to tear through enemy aircraft during close passes. Unlike conventional aircraft, Heldrakes are highly aggressive and often disobedient, breaking formation to chase targets based on instinct or bloodlust. During warp travel, Heldrakes infest Chaos warships like parasites. Some cling to the outer hulls, feeding through cables and pipes like massive bat-like predators. Others form packs deep within the ship, taking over entire subdecks and defending them with warp flame. Once in atmosphere, they spread their wings and plunge into the combat zone, causing chaos before the main assault begins. Helstalker. The Helstalker is the demon engine mount of a Lord Discordant, a Chaos warlord who leads and manipulates demon engines in battle. Unlike other demon engines that operate independently, the Helstalker functions as both a transport and a weapon platform bound directly to its rider. It is equipped with bladed forelimbs and a magma cutter, giving it strong melee capabilities. It also carries a Bale Flamer or autocannon for ranged support, and is protected by a mechanized carapace housing the Lord Discordant's command throne. What makes the Helstalker unique is how it feeds on enemy vehicles. As the Lord Discordant strikes with his Impaler, Chainglaive, and Mechatendrils, the Helstalker devours the target's motive force. Whether it's a machine spirit or Xenos data, it absorbs code, energy, and corrupted data through the connection, repairing its own damage as it feeds. Venomcrawler. Venomcrawlers serve a unique role among demon engines. They're designed to store and redistribute warp energy. They consume enemy souls and even chaos allies to fuel themselves and empower further demonic rituals. Their internal reserves can be tapped by Masters of Possession to summon new demons mid-battle or forge fresh demon engines from the warp. Each Venomcrawler hosts a dominant demon bound into its chassis, while weaker entities are devoured during the process. The more it feeds, the more its abdomen swells, distorting to contain raw warp power. On the battlefield, Venomcrawlers charge forward on bladed legs, using excruciator cannons to blast apart armor and soul flare tendrils to rip through infantry and vehicles. As they kill, their open maws consume the victim's souls, refueling their weapons and accelerating their mutation. Even outside combat, they're predatory. Venomcrawlers prowl demon-infested warships and ritual sites, waiting to consume any loose warp entities that escape containment, including wayward demons, demon hosts, or even chaos sorcerers. And that wraps up our rundown of the demon engines of Chaos Undivided. Each of the 4 gods also has plenty of these toys in their arsenal, so let me know if that's something you want to see. If not, suggestions for new video topics are always welcome, and I'll do my best to cover the most requested. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.